Jarred Kelenic's season still has plenty of time left before its completion. But what we've been seeing recently out of Jarred Kelenic has me feeling that this is trending towards being a success, even with the disastrous start. And it's not just the walk-off walk that he had on Friday. It's the home run that he had on Saturday. Here's Jarred Kelenic smacking it out of the park.
The 0-1. Swing opposite field. High fly ball. Way back and back-to-back jacks into the Toronto bullpen. Kelenic sixth. 6-3 Mariners. The floodgates are opening up for the Mariners here in the 7th against Richards.
Fun Jarred Kelenic fact. He has 6 home runs in his rookie season to this point through 51 games. Alex Rodriguez in his first full rookie season had 5. It's over 48 games, but okay, a little bit of comparison here. Different era of baseball, of course, too. Different player, but that's the kind of power that you want to see from a guy that hasn't been here for the entirety of the season. Some of you are probably thinking to yourself right now, though, Paul, really, you can't have a rookie season trending towards a success if at the end of the year he's batting sub 200, which honestly is probably likely. I mean, he started off so poorly. Are you really going to be able to dig yourself out of that hole by the end of the season? But the changes that have happened recently are striking to me. And I feel like they're a sign that Kelenic's going to make it. And Kelenic's going to be a good player. And I felt like those are the signs that you were looking for this year. How is he going to adjust to the first experience of failure that he's probably had in his whole life as an athlete? We had Jarred Kelenic on last Thursday, and one of the reasons for his change in play, he attributes that to the change that he's had in his batting stance.
I've never changed my swing, but just kind of changed my setup just to change my eye level so that pitches up don't look so high and pitches down look down, just because that's where pitchers get to make their money, is getting people to chase on the pitches down. And I felt like early on I was chasing a lot at those and not swinging at the pitches up in the zone that I could handle. So just having a more upright stance has really helped me just see the ball better.
Didn't look so good when he first came back to the major leagues in July. But in August, he's batting .250 with a .351 on-base percentage. He's slugging .521 with 3 home runs, one of which, of course, you saw on Saturday night after Luis Torrens went yard, 2 doubles. He's got an OPS of .872 over this 2-week stretch of August. And it's only been 2 weeks, but if you compare that to the season-long OPS numbers for every single Mariner, that is higher than that of every single Mariner. Mitch Haniger, J.P. Crawford, etc. It's better. That's striking, too. We also asked him last Thursday when we brought him aboard on Danny and Gallant how it's been for him, someone who takes failure so hard, who gets so worked up when he strikes out, how he's been able, from a mental standpoint, to, I guess, refocus, which was the big point of his demotion to Tacoma. Not to get better. You don't get better at AAA when you've been to the majors. There's such a vast difference between the two. It was about getting him back in the right state of mind. Here's what Kelenic had to say when we asked him about that.
You know, the more and more I'm around the major league level, you begin to realize that the fortunate part about this game is that there's so many opportunities to succeed. You know, you play every single day, and you have multiple at-bats a game. And it's that, you know, if I don't take advantage and contribute, you know, one at-bat, that doesn't mean that I can't the next.
And he's doing that. The number that I have loved seeing, and just for context's sake, this is over the course of a month. His first 2 weeks back with the Mariners after the long demotion, because he's been back a month, he struck out 22 times and walked just 5 times. That's bad. That's a guy that's trying to do too much. In the 2 weeks since then, since the start of August, 8 walks to 9 strikeouts. And you're seeing what he just said right there. realizing that at the next at-bat, if you're not getting something that you think you can hit, you'll have another chance to potentially get that the next time around. And if guys are going to try to get him to chase things out of the strike zone, then he's got to sit back and be patient. There's no point. If you can draw a lot of walks, then all of a sudden pitchers are going to start thinking to themselves, oh, wow, this guy's actually got a good eye. Okay, I'm going to have to be a little bit more risky with the throws that I make. Because if he's not going to swing at balls out of the zone, then I'm going to have to throw strikes in some way, shape, or form. And some of these guys aren't great when it comes to location. So that change in approach shows me a guy who can adapt, a guy who can respond to failure, and a guy who's on the way to having a successful rookie season.